What's up, everyone? George Leeman here with MuscleMasochist.com. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying those last videos. Again, I really do enjoy making them. They're a lot of fun for me. It's what I've been finding interesting. This video, I have a pet peeve about people, but I think if people can understand this, not only would they be inclined to change so that I wouldn't dislike them so much, but it would be very beneficial to them. There's one trait about people that I just find, and most people have it to some degree. Almost everyone has it to some degree, but some people just have it incredibly so. The inability to be wrong. I just view that as like the weakest possible trait you could have. When I see people that can't be wrong, even in the face of they're clearly wrong, I just look at them and I'm like, you must just be the weakest-minded, sorriest piece of shit in the fucking world right now. You just must be so fucking weak as a human being to not be able to recognize when you are clearly, well, excuse me, it's not even about recognizing. Maybe you don't recognize when you're wrong. Okay, that's one thing. But to know you're wrong and to fucking fight against it anyways because it's some form of loss for you to ever be wrong. It's some form of like attack on you when people correct you or when you find out something that you rather not know and you just can't bring yourself to do it. That is the weakest trait ever to me. And I just fucking hate it about people. And I lose all respect for people for the time being while they're doing that shit. Here's the thing about being wrong. You're gonna be wrong. You're gonna be wrong a lot. And your ability to recognize it and accept it is essentially your ability to be right. So to say that someone has an inability to admit when they're wrong or acknowledge when they're wrong outwardly is to say that they're incapable of learning anything more than they already know. Their growth as a person has essentially stopped for the time being while they're doing that. 2 + 2 is 5. No, it's not. Well, I just refuse to accept that. I just refuse to accept that 2 + 2 isn't 5, and no one's going to tell me otherwise. Some people look at it like a challenge, like when you try and correct them or teach them something, like you're trying to assault who they are as a person or their views of the world. Not at all. The world or whatever it is what it is. Certain things just are what they are. Your ability to recognize it or not is your ability to succeed in life. I love being wrong. I absolutely love being wrong because I like to think I'm not wrong very much. But when I am, my God, that's fantastic. I learned something. I can now be right. When you get into an argument with people, you get into an argument with your girlfriend or your friend or something, and they've got you. You're wrong and you fucking know it. They can only continue to beat you over the head with this for as long as you deny it. If you go, actually, you're right. They can't keep fucking with you, and you also get to then be right as well. If you're the kind of person that likes being right, you have to learn how to accept when you're wrong so that you can then be right. It seems like a very straightforward concept. It seems like something that everyone should be able to do. People should enjoy being wrong just for the sake of having learned something. Like I said, I like to think I'm not wrong very often to my knowledge because I don't think I am. But whenever someone's able to make a point that I am, it just means I'm no longer wrong because I'll agree with them if they can make a good enough point. I guess that also has something to do with listening to other people, but if you're interested in being the best version of yourself, you should be listening to what other people have to say and judging based off your best ability to see if it's right or wrong or what piece of information you can take from it, where you can agree with them, whatever, because it's going to make you a smarter and better person. You're never going to be able to have good relationships with anyone for any reason if you can't be fucking wrong when you're wrong. If someone says, oh, the bill was $20 and you only gave me $18, you go, no. Well, you're not going to be accepted at any store. If you have a friend, he goes, hey man, like you said you were going to pick me up at 8, and you go, no, I did not, even though the text messages say 8. Well, that's not going to work either. How's that going to work in a relationship with your wife or your spouse or whatever, your boyfriend? It's not going to work. No one's going to respect it. People are going to hate you for it, and it's extremely unfair to other people to not be willing to admit when you're wrong. It essentially makes you a stupid piece of shit. If you can't, if you can't admit when you're wrong, even when you're actually wrong and you fucking know it, you are essentially being a child. And if you think that's like a good way to be, like it's so hard to respect. I'm sure you guys can see how much I hate this shit. I've always wanted to do my best with whatever I was focusing on. I'm currently focusing on life in general. So being wrong is a good thing. I'm learning something. Thank God I don't know everything, because if this is knowing everything, that sucks. I have so much more I want to be wrong about. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. It's such a huge pet peeve of mine when you run into people that just can't be wrong. They can't admit when they're wrong. They have too much pride for that. It's too much of an attack on who they are as a person. And really all they're saying is, who I am as a person is someone who can't be wrong. I can't admit it. I'm not a big enough person to admit when I'm wrong. And therefore, I'm going to insult you by being unable to admit that I'm wrong, and I'm going to be a shitty friend and a shitty spouse, a shitty boyfriend, a shitty girlfriend, just shitty person in general, and I refuse to grow. You will not help me grow. I just fucking refuse to. I'm stuck in my ways. Go to hell. And that just makes you so weak-minded and so shitty. So enjoy being wrong. When you are wrong, own up to it immediately. Be the type of person that likes to be wrong, because you can learn from it. I'm not saying to be wrong again and again and again about the same thing and enjoy it. I'm saying to recognize it and try and actually improve and learn from it. Be the type of person who's rarely wrong, but when you are, you pick up on it real fast and you're willing to admit it, because that's called being a decent, smart, progressive person. As always, guys, thanks for watching my videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out musclemasochist.com for approved products, apparel, coaching, training programs, and stuff like that. And stay tuned for more videos.